Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Fx4 Outdoors. So, from our great friends over there at Plusinno, we got a brand new product release. In this product release, you're going to get this little carry-on case with four, I repeat, four swim baits. Let's take a look at those colors here. Alright guys, so here let's take a closer look at the swim bait here from Plusinno. So it's got the rigid sides to it, just like the skeletal remains, that allow the fish to flex. As you can see there, very good paint job. We'll take a closer look at the paint job that's on it. $15.99 for the set of four on Amazon right now. I'll give you the link in the description here below the video. I gotta tell you, I was really impressed with this particular lure. There's a couple things I like about it. To start, the differences in retrieves that you can actually do with this particular lure. So I took it out to a local pond and I was able to catch 3 fish on it, and actually was able to catch these 3 fish on 2 different retrieves that I was testing out on this particular bait. The first fish, we're gonna take a look at that here in a second. The first fish, I was working it similar to a fluke or a jerk bait, where I'm bringing in my slack and letting the bait kind of jerk, so it would jerk through the water and I would let it sink a little bit, jerk through the water, let it sink, and it would actually kick itself to the side a little bit with the motion of the rod tip. And I was able to get that first fish on it. Let's take a look at that.
There we go. Fish. Oh, it's a little guy. It's a little guy. There you go, guys. His eyes were bigger than his mouth. All it was change of color. Thank you, buddy. Let's go back out there.
So let's talk about the second retrieve that I caught my last 2 fish on, that I actually really enjoyed fishing with this particular bait. So it was getting a little bit dark, the sun was going down, and right about the time that I would start throwing topwater. Well, with this particular bait, I was able to wake it. And what that is you're just swimming this just underneath the surface of the water, and when you're underneath the surface of the water, you start to give that V at the top of the water, which sometimes just drive bass nuts, especially on your smaller lakes and ponds. I have a lot of luck running spinner baits and certain lures like this just underneath the surface of the water, where it gives that V and it drives them bass nuts and they come up and hammer it. So I was able to catch my last 2 fish on it. Let's take a look at that footage here.
There we go. Another small one. Another fish. Oh, that's a better fish. That's a good fish. Thank you, buddy.
Alright guys, and for the third option that you can actually do with this particular bait, one thing I liked about it, so it will not suspend, but it does have 2 bearings in the front head of it. You hear that? Alright, so there's 2 bearings in the front head that allow this thing to sink. And the cool thing about how this particular bait sinks, it doesn't do a nosedive. Obviously, it's not going to sink head up, and it doesn't lay or flop on its side. It literally will sink vertically, keeping itself upright. I think that is a great unique trait for this particular bait. So I was actually able to get a couple slap at it, a couple of fish slapping at it as it would just sink. They wouldn't actually bite on, obviously, but they would. I could feel that they would slap on it on a stop and go retrieve. So again, a pretty cool little trick for this particular bait. Again, from Plusinno, you got 4 different colors. I started off with the bluegill color. Was getting some fish slapping at it. I went to more of a, I would probably say a little bit of a bass color. It was a little green looking bait. I'll show you that in a little bit here. And then they offer a kind of a dark red that you would fish in a little bit more murkier water. Great bait. Again, 15 bucks for the 4, like $15.99 for the 4. Description below from Plusinno, the new jointed swim bait. Alright guys, that's going to do it again for Fx4 Outdoors and a product review for our good friends over there at Plusinno. Thanks again for watching. Hey, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up. Stay tuned for more footage and or reviews from Fx4 Outdoors. Till next time, see you on the water. Here, fishy fishy.